Well, thank you for joining today. We wanted to view with Archel Industries all of the great collaboration we've had to date, and we've accumulated your list of challenges and desired business outcomes, and we would like an opportunity to share them with you and then talk about the services that we feel will address them and help you get to where you want to be. So let's review what we did previously. So we met with you guys and we came up with your current challenges and desired business outcomes. We would like to introduce the Collaboration Flex Plan. We'd like to talk to you about the customer value we will bring along with Cisco and talk about the Verizon Cisco partnership. And then at the end, we're actually going to move into demonstration mode and talk about message, meet, and calling, and show the video devices that are suited to each of the user profiles for a large room, a huddle room, and then your remote mobile worker. And finally, we'll end with a demonstration of contact center, and then we'll talk about next steps. So what were Archel's challenges, or what are they today? What we've uncovered is a lack of tools to properly collaborate with your global customers, suppliers, and internal stakeholders. And we know that you'd like to offer services on a 24/7 basis. You have an inability to reach your mobile and remote workers today. You have differing infrastructure in each region due to your many acquisitions, and essentially each region is operating as an island. Your sales teams would like to talk with customers at any time via their mobile, and with access to the corporate network. We would like you to support your global interactions with your customers and suppliers via real-time face-to-face communications. And then there's a desire to homogenize your infrastructure globally to improve and standardize your collaboration tools across the enterprise so that you can realize more predictable costs. I'd like to talk next about the Collaboration Flex Plan, which is an umbrella service over top of the discrete services underneath, which include message, meet and call, scheduling, whiteboarding, file sharing, recording, and much more. Total collaboration suite of services. And then Aaron's going to talk about Contact Center, which also falls under Collaboration Flex Plan. What is it? So it's a single subscription for message, meet, and call, whether those services are cloud-based or on-prem or a mixture of the two, all under a single subscription. It includes whiteboarding and file sharing that I mentioned before, as well as contact center. The license structure comes in either named user, which is per knowledge worker, active user, which is enterprise-wide application of the service, only billing for 15% of your knowledge worker base first year. And then we take a look to see what your actual usage is for subsequent years. And then enterprise agreement, which is the least cost option per user, where you're paying for every subscription for every knowledge worker. That includes common area licenses as part of the subscription, which can also be then added supplementally to the active user or named user licenses. These licenses can be consumed on-prem, they can be hosted, or they can be in the cloud. And we can take your existing calling licenses from your perpetual licenses and trade them in toward the purchase of the subscriptions, as well as leveraging the existing time left on your maintenance contract, your Swiss maintenance, and taking that value and applying that toward the trade-in as well. It also includes software upgrades and a single management portal, offering you services on a 24/7 basis. This offers Archel a better cost management portfolio where you're lowering your upfront costs and you're paying for your services on a monthly subscription basis instead of a upfront capital purchase. And you're protecting the investment in your call manager while you're adding the additional Flex Plan subscription services. So it offers you simplicity, a one subscription for your messages, meetings, and calling for all of your services for every office, all under one contract. And it offers you flexibility. You have one subscription, as I mentioned, for cloud premise, or hybrid services. You're able to mix and match according to your needs. You're able to scale up quickly and actually manage your transition to the cloud on your timeline. So why subscription services? The first reason is agility. The subscription services offer you an ability to scale. So as your acquisitions continue, as your knowledge worker um, demographics change, you're able to add additional services, add additional licenses. You're able to add calling. You're able to match that up with meetings or teams, and just use those services as you need to. You're also able to focus on your business imperatives, and you're able to move your payment structure from a CapEx to an OpEx model, managing your capital outlay better. And because it's a subscription basis, it's going to facilitate additional meetings where we can actually meet with our chill to understand how your business needs may have changed, tweak the services based on those changes, add uses, light usage for licenses, or add additional services or move services around. So why Cisco? Cisco has been the leader in the Magic Quadrant for several years, and this year was no different. Cisco was once again ranked #1 for meetings and calling, and the Verizon-Cisco relationship goes back well over 20 years. Verizon resells CPE, conferencing, and telephony services, and we have a great relationship where we work together with you to strategize and plan on the best solutions to address your desired business outcomes. The Collaboration Flex Plan has 3 primary services in addition to Teams. So under meetings, you have cloud or premise-based capabilities. If you need to put a server on-prem to manage your meetings for security reasons, you're able to do that. You're also able to host your meetings in the cloud, which is what a majority of our customers do. In the calling, you're able to leverage the calling services on-prem with your existing call manager, and over time, as your needs change, you're able to move those into the hosted HCS environment. You're also able to leverage Cisco's broad cloud calling for your remote branches that may not require the full suite of services that are available in the CUCM or HCS environment. And then with Contact Center, you're able to take advantage of prem-based services, hosted, or cloud-based services. Underneath these 3 primary services are team collaboration. So this is where you have your persistent chat, your meetings, your recording, your team spaces, your file sharing, and all the services that go along with collaborating before, during, and after your meetings. And as I mentioned, you're able to store files within a team space, invite those project members to the space, collaborate and get them up to speed very quickly, then launch meetings directly from Teams, host your calls there, host your recordings there, and then continue the team collaboration after the meetings by reviewing the recordings, reviewing all the great collaboration, sharing files, documents, and so forth to keep the momentum moving forward. You're able to archive teams once a project comes to closure, and then open them up at some future point should you need to reestablish the team. The other great thing about Teams is the ability to integrate with the APIs and bots and actually bring the team experience into your everyday workflow. One of those examples is ServiceNow. Some of our customers have used ServiceNow with ticketing and incident management, where they open the ticket in a team space, they'll collaborate with the SMEs to resolve the ticket, and then upon resolution of that ticket, they'll close it and archive it in a team space for another team to use for an incident resolution down the path. In addition to the actual services that we resell from Cisco, Verizon offers some life cycle services that I'd like to talk about for a little bit. One is our onboarding service. So an onboarding specialist will be assigned. It'll project lead the project, the rollout of the services with your team, whoever you deemed as your project lead, and they will work together to work on the strategy formulation, the implementation planning, the project execution, the monitoring, and ultimately then close the project and hand it off to onboarding. Before they hand it off to onboarding, though, they'll share with you the best practices that we've accumulated over the many years of offering these services to our customers. And then we'll work with you on rolling out the services to the different groups, working on training, customer communications, end user communications, so that your customers know that the services are coming and what's the best way to prepare for getting knowledgeable on those services. Once you're satisfied with that rollout, that team will close the project and they'll hand it off to the adoption team. The adoption team will meet with your line of business users to understand how they would like to now utilize the services in your everyday workflows. And then they'll put together campaigns, materials, trainings to make sure that those use cases are actually being developed and used by that group. So they'll work on targeted adoption campaigns, and then once those teams have been using the services, we will pull reports and share those reports with you so you understand how your end users are actually utilizing the services, and are you getting the utilization of your investment that you intended to. It's a very well thought through adoption plan, and it never ends. If there are additional trainings, additional campaigns, materials, that additional use cases that you find in your company that you would like help with, they will actively engage with you for no extra charge through the life of our relationship. So with that, I'd like to pass the baton to my teammate who's going to take us through the high-level design. Now that you've seen this UCCaaS WebEx Teams demo series, including
WebEx Teams, WebEx Meetings,
WebEx Devices and Control Hub,
Verizon Management Portal, and Contact Center,
if you'd like to arrange a demo for your customers, please reach out to your nearest DBC.
Hey, don't forget, folks, many of these demos can be done remotely via WebEx for your accounts.
Thanks for watching.